All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the tag Kale and Caulifla. Well, I guess what little information we have about them here. And then we will go ahead and break down UI Goku. All right, so Kale is yellow and Caulifla is yellow and Kale is green. Melee type. Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Universe 6, Rival Universe Girls, and Universe Rep. They buff Universe Rep Girls and Saiyan. Okay. So support synergy with Universe Rep. Ally tag Universe Rep or Girls 15% damage. And then Universe Rep or Girls sub counts on switch -1. That is the Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku mechanic, which is actually really, really strong. I'm not sure if these girls are going to be core on the team, but that is a very powerful ability. Amazing ability to interrupt combos. When hit by enemy arts, if health is 50% or lower one time, destroys one card, draws a special arts next. Switch gauge plus 60%, ally sub count -6. Destroys 3 enemy cards as Caulifla. Enemy key -50 is Caulifla. Destroy 2 enemy cards as Kale. Enemy key -80 is Kale. Enemy Dragon Balls -1. All enemy sub counts +2. Seal all enemies' main abilities. That is a very like Super Trunks level disrupt. That is just a 50% HP disrupt, but I'm not sure if they're going to have endurance or anything, because if they do, then, or if they don't, then they can just get rushed, right? Well, I guess no, they can't because they delete a Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball sub count, seal main. Yeah, this is a really big disrupt here. I wish some Dragon Ball characters had that, man. All right. Caulifla and Kale will get stronger together. When hit by enemy arts, Caulifla, Kale damage plus 10% up to 6 times. Kale blast / special move arts cost -1. Okay, up to 6 times. Destroys 1 card, then draws a special arts next. Switch gauge plus 30%. Health restoration plus 40%. Cancel enemy attribute upgrades / buff effects once. When she's hit. When hit by enemy arts is Kale, Caulifla damage plus 10%, Caulifla blasts, a special move arts cost -1. So it sounds like they're probably a defense type. Did it say? No, it said they're melee, didn't it, in the beginning? Yeah, it said they're structured like a defense type. Am I correct? Like all their stuff is about getting hit. They have a disrupt. They are getting stronger when they get hit. Okay, I mean, I'm going to hope they're going to have some bulk, because otherwise I feel like this is not going to work too well. Tag switch to bolster your defenses. Health plus 10% on the switch ability. Damage guard 20% on the switch ability. That's new. Cancel attribute downgrades / abnormal conditions. That's good, so you can get rid of paralysis. On tag switch or battlefield entry, draws a card if hand is 3 or fewer. Okay, that's pretty standard. Is that it? No, we have one more page left. All right. Able to tag switch quickly. Enhance the blue card. Sorry, the green card. Enhance next activated special move / special arts and switch ability. When special arts is enhanced, switch gauge plus 60%. So you get 60% of your switch gauge when you use the green with the enhancement. Blue card, when special move arts is enhanced, switch gauge plus 60%. Special move damage plus 40%. Switch ability, when switch ability is enhanced, switch gauge plus 60%. Nullify damage received, element disadvantage. I don't know why they word it like that. It's very confusing, but it just means type neutral defensively. A lot of ways to fill the switch gauge up, which could be interesting. I'm not really sure how good this character. I'm going to see their full kit first, because I don't know. I don't know. They are supporting, which is nice, and it sounds like they have some decent defensive abilities, so could be good, but I'll have to wait and see until I see their full kit. All right, UI Goku. Legends Limited Ultra Instinct Sign Goku, the Hope of Universe 7, joins the fight. Strengths. The unique gauge will be consumed to evade enemy attacks like strike and blast arts. The super powerful effect lets you automatically evade enemy attacks without spending your vanishing gauge. Yeah, so we knew that. That's a mechanic we've had forever. Gradually master Ultra Instinct. Before transforming, you'll get permanent damage buffs for using a total of 4 and 6 strike and blast arts. Master Ultra Instinct as you fight, just like in the original series. So I think the way this is going to work is they're going to want you to use the attacks and then transform. You can transform without using the attacks, but you're going to be weaker that way. Powerful counters after transforming. Once you transform, you'll counter and deal a lot of damage after activating an evade action with the unique gauge. Plus, special arts can counter attacks after transforming, and when a counter succeeds, you'll prevent enemy switching and draw a special move arts. Finish off an enemy you're gunning for. Okay. Achieve mastery through battle and seize victory for Universe 7 with the power of Ultra Instinct. So let me just check. Hold on. We go back to Goku here. Hold on. So here's what I'm kind of worried about. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a huge deal because I imagine they play tested this character next to Vegeta because blue and purple work together really well. And they're obviously going to be intending you to use these characters together on a Universe Reps team. Blue and purple work well. Goku and Frieza are blue and purple also, so you can stack a lot of Zenkai buffs. This Goku and Frieza are melee type, whereas Vegeta's a range type. I'm hoping the stat spread is pretty close, so you can kind of build the characters like... you can actually build Goku and Frieza Blast, because their stats aren't that much different. I'm hoping that we're not in a situation here where this Goku strike stat is like 30,000 higher than the Blast stat, and then the same thing with Vegeta, so you can kind of build them the way you want to build them. That's what I looked at initially there. But yeah, blue is good. Sun Family, Saiyan, God Key, Universe Rep. Blue is a good... Let me actually just pull up Universe Reps real quick. Let's pull it up from here. So, blue 17. Goku and Frieza, which is, you know, a blue. Now we're getting blue UI and then purple Vegeta. We just got the Android 18 Zenkai, which is also going to be pretty good. So we can actually use that Android 18 Zenkai as a bench for Goku and Frieza and the UI Goku, and potentially 17 if we wanted to do almost like a mono blue setup. But UI Goku is giving 38% to strike attack and defense, and then 18% to blast attack for Universe Rep, Sun Family, or God Key. Interesting that it doesn't buff Saiyans. Usually when they have these major celebration characters, they usually buff Saiyans just to help newer players, because Saiyans is such an accessible team. Okay, so he does not have Blast Armor, which no UI Goku has Blast Armor on strikes, which I guess makes sense. On activation, strike damage plus 10% for 10 counts, so that is actually a stacking damage buff. And then the same thing with blasts. Special move, activate the second special move at a reduced cost. So massive damage, first and on, 30% special move damage, and then the second and on, minus 15% to cost with Blast Armor. Not an insane blue card, but the cost decrease is pretty interesting, but nothing crazy. The green, we know this is a stop time green based off of the animation. Restore the unique gauge by 50%, then use it to evade attacks. Wow, 50% unique gauge from this? That's going to be annoying as hell, dude. Okay. Yeah, that is very similar to Revival UI Goku. This guy, by the way, getting a Zenkai probably on the 28th, which is when Broly Zenkai'd last year, so that would make sense. This guy's green card as UI, I believe, also gives him gauge. Yeah, only 30%. This guy's getting 50. This was super annoying when this guy dropped, just to get extra gauge back from that. All right, so he's going to draw a card, 15% health, 45 key, 50% unique gauge, 20% damage, cancel attribute downgrades. Main ability is, actually, we'll take a look at this last because it's a transformation. All right, starter ability. Goku has endurance. Oh, wait, really? He's got endurance. Okay, I wasn't expecting him to have endurance. Okay, sure. The only UI Goku that's had endurance has been Red Mastered UI as Last Man Standing. That's it. Goku has endurance with both evade actions and endurance. This character is excellent at staying in the fight. Oh, you don't say. Okay. 280% damage, 175% damage guard. They gave him 5% less than Vegeta. Key recovery plus 70%, draw speed plus 1, and then endurance. Okay. Unique ability, get a permanent buff to damage inflicted when you use a total of 4 and 6 strike and blast arts. Use these arts before transforming so you can transform with increased power. Goku even has effects to remove card slot seals and nullify abnormal conditions for a flawless defense against disruption effects. Yeah, would have been a huge buzzkill if like you were in with UI Goku and like you just got paralyzed and you got killed. Like that would just be so stupid. So I'm glad they did that. On battlefield entry, draws a card. Okay, 40 key. 30% unique gauge on battlefield entry. That's really good. Who is this? I think it's Ultra UI that might have that. Let me just go back. I want to just pull this guy up because I remember this guy had charge rate up when on standby, I believe is how this guy got extra unique gauge so fast. This is just based on remaining battle members. Yeah, he did get unique gauge, but it's based on having like a dead ally. Yeah, when switched to standby, he got unique gauge from this. Yeah, so he didn't actually get unique gauge on entry unless he had a dead ally. But this guy's just getting 30% of it on entry. Nullify special cover changes, nullify abnormal conditions. That's really good. Remove card slot seal, destroy one enemy card. Okay. Yeah, so removing card slot seal and nullifying abnormal conditions, clearly targeted for Daima. That's good. Based on strike / blast arts uses. So the for 2 cards, he's getting -5 to strike and blast arts cost, which is just going to... Oh, no, he actually doesn't have that here. Yeah, that is one difference between Goku and Vegeta. Vegeta just has it as part of a starter ability, and Goku needs to earn it based off of doing this, which shouldn't be that hard to do. But yeah, 20% damage from using the 4th and 6th cards. So that's going to be 320% damage at that point. When on battlefield, based on enemy strike arts activations. Enemy strike arts activations. 2nd and on, enemy strike arts cost +5. 3rd and on, health +3%, enemy key -10. So does that just mean how many times the enemy uses a strike card when this guy's on the battlefield? So even if they miss, so if you just strike cancel against this Goku, it's going to count towards this. If you just like strike cancel 3 times in a row against this Goku, he's going to have this active. That's interesting. Because like you attack this guy, he auto dodges. You attack him a 2nd time, he auto dodges again. He uses a green card to increase his unique gauge. He auto dodges a 3rd time. Now he's going to start healing. Okay. Sure. Interesting. When on battlefield, based on enemy blast arts activation. Oh, they count these separately. I see. I don't know if that matters. It's still really good. Yeah. When on battlefield, based on enemy special move / ultimate / awakened arts activation. 1st and on, health +10%. 2nd and on, nullify damage resist. Yeah, type neutral. But that isn't just for the first... Okay, so wait, hold on. This isn't just for per switch in. This is permanent. Because it doesn't say resets on switch. So, yeah, that's okay. That's really good then. He's just going to be healing and lowering key. Healing again. Yeah, I do like this mechanic, actually. This is strong. So it just wants you to be on the battlefield with him for a long time. Special cover change against strikes. So he doesn't have a double special cover change, which is fine. But yeah, so this guy strikes, Vegeta's blasts. Unique gauge. When you have at least 30% charge, you'll evade attacks like enemy strike and blast arts. Keep Goku on the battlefield to buy time for ally subcounts to go down. Evade type A. Don't know if we've ever seen a different type of evade than type A. With at least 30% unique gauge. Yep. This is the same. Yeah, this is the same exact dodging gauge that we know from all the UI Gokus. Consume decreases by 30%. Yep. Okay, so now when we transform, let's just read the main ability here. Master Ultra Instinct and restore the unique gauge by 70%, plus get a permanent buff to damage inflicted. 30% health, 50 key, 70% unique gauge is insane. Damage plus 20% again, and then cancels as we downgrade normal conditions. Okay, so you're getting 20% here, 20% here, and 20% here. So you're getting 60 on top of this. You're going to be at 340% damage with this guy. Okay. Let's see what he looks like after transforming. This is the same. Restore the unique gauge by 50% and even penetrate endurance. Okay, so the one major difference so far between transformed Vegeta and transformed Goku is Goku does not have uncancelable endurance penetration. Vegeta's is uncancelable. So you attack a character with a blue card on Vegeta who can have who has endurance. If that character deletes buffs, you will still kill them. With Goku, you will not kill them. So that is important to note. But 50% unique gauge is really good. You know why this is so good? Because what you're going to do is you're just going to wait for the opponent to sidestep in melee range, and you're just going to click this, and then you're just going to stand there. Right? Special move damage plus 40%. The green card is a counter. We did see this in the preview. Counter attacks like strike and blast arts. If a counter succeeds, you'll prevent all enemies switching and draw a special move arts. Use it to finish off the enemy in your sights. Kind of sounds like Ultra Gogeta Blue's gauge a little bit to me. Counter certain attacks while in stance. Same thing with like Majin Vegeta, right? On activation, health plus 10% and 50 ki. On counter activation, draws a special move arts next. Damage plus 20% for 10 counts, and then prevents all enemies switching. Yeah, so it's just a guaranteed blue card land. Counterable attacks, tap actions, strike arts, blast arts. Tap actions is like tap blasts, tap punches, and tackles are all tap actions. So basically everything that isn't a Rising Rush, a blue card, an ultimate, or a green. Yeah. Combable into blue card. Yeah, this sounds really, really annoying. Like, okay, we finally whittled down Goku's dodging gauge. Now I have to like gamble whether or not he's gonna have a counter. It's just so annoying. Okay. Main ability, restore both the unique gauge and vanishing gauge by 100%, and even draw a special move arts. If there's a defeated battle member, nullify element disadvantages too. All right, so draws a blue card, 35% health, 50 ki, unique gauge 100%, vanishing gauge 100%. That's crazy. Special move damage plus 20% for 20 counts, cancels attribute downgrades. Also, if there's a defeated battle member, nullifies element disadvantages. So he's going to be type neutral offensively. That is cancelable though, unfortunately. And only 10 counts, yeah. Goku's unique gauge will be restored under a variety of conditions, including when entering the battlefield, when the enemy switches, or when using a strike or blast arts card. Create situations where you can evade more easily. On transformation or battlefield entry, draws a card of hand of 3 or fewer, health plus 15%. So every time he's entering, he's just healing by 15%. That's very similar to a Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Ki plus 40, unique gauge plus 30%, nullify special cover changes for 5 counts, protect ki for 10 counts. Nullify abnormal conditions for 5 counts, remove card slot seal, destroys 1 enemy card. Also, if there's a defeated battle member, he's getting unique gauge plus 70% and damage plus 40%. On strike, blast arts use, 10 ki, 15% unique gauge, and damage plus 20%. So he's stacking damage on top of having, what is it, like 340% uncancelable damage, plus he has this, plus he has the, this. He's stacking damage on the actual arts cards. 10% strike here, 10% blast. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, dude. That is a lot of damage. Okay. When on battlefield, an enemy switches. Unique gauge plus 30%. Cancels attribute downgrades. Okay. When hit by enemy arts, health plus 3%, enemy ki minus 5, enemy arts costs plus 10. So he's stacking plus 10 cost every time. That's Beast Gohan right there. Yeah. But it's not only that, he's doing this too. It's a double whammy. It's Beast Gohan's attribute downgrades plus ki minus 5. That could be annoying. When on battlefield, an enemy activates special move ultimate awakened arts. Health plus 20%, nullify damage received, type neutral, and then enemies special move ultimate awakened arts power minus 30%. Yeah, so it sounds like Vegeta's going to be more of a tanky character. He gets up to 200% damage guard when he's transformed, but obviously Goku's got all the annoying dodging and vanish restoration and counters. This guy sounds like an annoying bug of a character to fight. Special cover change against strikes is the same. And then the unique gauge as mastered UI. If an evade action is activated against a strike or blast arts, Goku will activate a counter and deal damage to the enemy. Okay, so as far as I'm aware, this is the same type of auto counter dodging gauge as red UI. Evade type B, these are like the new designations they're using to classify like auto counter, auto dodging gauges. I don't think there's anything different about this than red UI Goku, but I guess we'll have to test it. It sounds like it's the same. With at least 30% of the gauge, you're going to just be auto countering by dodging, and same thing with the red UI. Yeah, a striker blast arts deals damage, and then gradually when on standby it recovers. And then remember, you also gain, what is it, 15%? Yeah, 15% when you use a striker or a blast card. I think that is the same as red UI. Let me just double check so that I am just getting a good frame of reference here. Unique gauge. Yes, same thing. So He just sounds like a much more improved Red Ultra Instinct Goku, which is going to be really strong. And he's got a green card counter and much more ways of restoring his unique gauge, and just going to be a very annoying character to fight against. But it does sound very good. I like the fact that they went out of their way to make sure these characters are going to have multiple ways of removing abnormal conditions, removing sealing, clearly trying to put a dent into what Daima has done to the game so far. So you guys can let me know what you think of Ultra Instinct Goku and Kale and Caulifla. Of course, we're not going to have Kale and Caulifla's full details here until tomorrow. So we'll do another breakdown tomorrow, just kind of summarizing what these characters do. Take a look at their stats. I imagine, again, because they're transforming characters, they're going to have much higher stats than typical characters do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.